Everyone's obsessed with automation right now. Clay, instantly, anytime. You scroll Twitter or LinkedIn and see 10,000 emails a week and AI workflows. And there's this fear, if I don't automate, I will get left behind. If I don't learn the latest tool, my business is dead. If I don't scale now, I will miss the gold rush. I get it. I was that found. A few years ago, I watched everyone talk about automating their agencies, their consulting, and their SaaS. I felt like if I didn't jump on the automation train, I'd be irrelevant. But here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say. Automation multiplies what works, but it also multiplies what's broken. If your system is solid, automation is a money printer. If your system is broken, automation is a bonfire for your time, money, and reputation. And most early stage AI founders, they are pouring gasoline on the broken system, hoping the fire will turn into revenue. Today, I'm going to show you why most founders fail when they try to scale. The 3 steps that kills 90% of AI agencies, consultants, and the SaaS at scale, and the exact system we use to scale safely without burning your domain, your model, or your offer. If you want to scale, but you're scared of getting backlisted, burning out, or just getting 0 result at 10x volume, this is for you. Let's go. Let's start with the biggest lie in the AI founder world right now. If I just use these right tools, I will get clients. You see the screenshots everywhere. Clay plus instantly equal 100 meetings a week just by 10 domains. Set up 50 inboxes and you're rich. And someone say automate your outreach, automate your sales, and automate your life. I'm not some automation genius. I'm not a growth hacker. I'm just a normal founder who got tired of watching everyone else talk about scaling while I was stuck at 0. A few years ago, I was exactly where you are. I thought if I just buy the right tools, if I just automate, so I did what everyone does. I signed up for every tool. I bought domains. I set up inboxes. I watched every YouTube tutorial. But here's what actually happened. I automated before I had a proof. I automated before I had a message that worked. I automated before I had a call system that could close. And what did I get? I got 1,000 emails sent and 0 replies and a $2,000 month bill for tools I didn't need. Automation is not a magic fix. It's a multiplier. If your offer, your message, or your proof is broken, automation just burns money faster. I've seen since people spend 10,000 plus on tools, domains, and data and get 0 clients because they never faced the real problem. Automation is not a shortcut. It's a magnifying glasses. It makes your strengths stronger and your weakness fatal. And if you're feeling that FOMO right now, if you're thinking, I have to automate and I will be left behind, I want to know you. I was you. I'm not special. I don't have a secret brain. I just learned the hard way that automation only works if you have something worth multiplying. If you are stuck, it's not because you are not smart enough. It's because you are being sold the fantasy, not the system. And let's be honest, it's not just the tools. It's the entire industry. You see people posting, look at my 10,000 email campaign. You feel like you are only one not scaling. You feel like you're missing out, like you're behind, and like you're not a real founder unless you are automating. But the real truth, most of those people are burning money, not making it. Most of those screenshots are from people who never show you the replay rate and the bounce rate or the actual deals closed. I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm here to tell you, you are not alone. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be a tool wizard. You just need to build something that works. Problem 2, the no signal big sand trap. Here's the second trap, and it's even more dangerous. You think sending more emails will fix a broken offer. You didn't get replies from your first 100, so you think maybe I just need to send 1,000 or 10,000. But if you can't get reply from 100, you're getting nothing from 10,000 except a blacklisted domain and a bruised ego. I exactly know this pain. I've been the person who thought if I just do more, I will get lucky. I've watched my own inbox go from hope to horror. 5,000 emails sent, 2 replies, and deliverability score is the toilet. Volume does not fix a broken system. It just exposes it faster. If you don't have signal, real replies, real calls, and real deals at small scale. Scaling is just denial. with a credit card. And I want to be clear, this isn't about being smart. It's about being honest with yourself. If you can't get a reply from 100, you don't have a volume problem. You have a signal problem. You have a fundamental problem. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I'm saying it because I've been there. I've wasted months thinking just one more batch, just one more tool, just one more sand. But the truth is, if you don't have signal, you're just pouring water into a broken bowl. You don't need to be a genius to see the pattern. You just need to be willing to look at the numbers and admit more of nothing is still nothing. And let's be real, it's scary to admit that your offer isn't working. It's scary to admit that your message isn't landing. It's easier to blame the tools, the list, the timing, the market. But the founder who win, they are not the smartest. They are not the most technical. They are the ones who look at the numbers, admit what's broken, and fix it before they scale. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like maybe I just need to be more, I want you to know you are not broken. You're just running the wrong playbook. And problem 3, the change everything at once mistake. And here's the third trap, the one that guarantees you will never know what works. You scale and change your subject line and your CTA and your offer all at once. You launch your first campaign, get nervous, and start tweaking everything. Monday, let's try to a new subject line. Tuesday, let's change the opening line. And Wednesday, let's add a new proof asset. And Thursday, let's try a different hook. And Friday, why is nothing working? When results drop, you have no idea what broke. When results spike, you have no idea what worked. I've done this. I've been the founder who panics and changes everything at once. And every time I ended up more confused, more frustrated, and more convinced that maybe I'm just not cut out for this. You just needed discipline. If you change more than one variable, you are flying blind. You can't optimize what you can't measure. Small, disciplined tasks beat big caloric changes every time. And here's the part nobody tells you. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all answers. You just need to test one thing at a time, lucky for a week, and let the numbers tell you what works. If you are feeling overwhelmed, if you're tempted to fix everything at once, I want you to know you don't have to. You just have to fix one thing at a time. That's how you scale without losing your mind or your business. And if you're thinking, but what if I messed up? Good. That means you are paying attention. Because the only way to truly mess up is to change everything at once and never learned what actually works. I just learned to stop changing everything at once. I learned to trust the process, trust the number, and trust that small, consistent action beats a big, frantic changes every time. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm not a genius. I'm just stubborn enough to keep testing and keep learning and keep moving forward. And before we dive into system, quick context. This video is part of 4 of a 6-part series. If you haven't watched week 1, 2, and 3, pause and go back because each week builds on the last. You need the foundation before you scale, or you will just repeat the same mistakes I did. If you want my full story, check out the first video. But here's the short version. I've been the person who scaled too soon, burned domains, and got 0 results. I've built SaaS, run agencies, scaled consulting, and start new business from scratch. I've made every mistake you can make, rush it automation, ignore the numbers, and change it everything at once and paid the price. Now I run execution squad. And this is the exact process I used and teach. Not theory, not crew advice, just what actually works. Because I learned it the hard way. If you're new, watch this video first, then go back and catch up on the series. If you've been following along, you know the drill. Skim what you need, but don't skip the steps. Let's get into the system. Alright, let's talk about what actually works if you want to scale without burning out and burning your domain or just burning money. You need a system that multiplies what works, not what's broken. That's what week 4 is all about. So I'm going to walk you through the exact SOP we use to scale safely. And this is no crew stuff, just what actually works and what I wish someone had shown me before. I wasted months and months. First up, before we touch any tools, you had to pass the scale readiness gate. This is where most people messed up. They jump into automation because it feels productive, but they never check if their system actually works. So here's what you do. Pull your week 1 to 3 total. Just look at your attempts, replies, calls, deals, revenue. Don't overthink it. Just number. Then run the 3-gate checklist. Did you get at least 5 positive replies manually? Not just not interested, but real interest. And second, do you have a proof asset? That's your Loom and your case study and your audit. Something you can send in one link that shows outcomes, not just tools. Do you have a repeatable code system? Just not, I hope I can close, but the real flow you can run anytime. If you fail any of these gates, you stay manual and fix the leak. If you pass, you're ready to scale. Simple as that, no feeling, just data. Now let's talk about building your list. Clay make this stupidly simple. You just use the find people feature. Set your filters for job titles, industry, company, size, location. Once you've got your list, you add work email enrichment. Clay will waterfall through providers to find the best email for each lead. Then you add validate email enrichment, debounce, zero bounce, whatever you like, and filtered for valid or catch all only. If it's invalid or unknown, delete it. High bounce rate will kill your domain faster than anything. And personalization for your first scaled send, you don't need to get fancy. You just use first name, company, and your proof asset. If you want to get advanced layer, you can add AI column for personalized first line or problem observation, but don't overcomplicate it at the start. And remove duplicates and clean up any bad data. And then add a batch ID column. And final quality check, spot check, 10 leads for quality. If you wouldn't send it to yourself, don't send it to them. Now campaign setup. You don't need to set up inboxes manually anymore. Instantly has a pre-warmed account. Just buy 5 to 6 burner domain. It will cost you $100 total, and connect them and you're ready to send it. And create your campaign in instantly, code it as something like week 4, batch 1 for who. And set your sending schedule, Monday to Friday and 9 to 5 a.m. and 30 emails per day per inbox. Don't go crazy, slow ramp is a safe ramp. And then map your field, first name, company, personalized line, and batch ID. And finally, build your 3 email sequence. Use exact messaging and the proof asset for weeks 1 to 3. No changes, no let's try something new. If it worked manually, it will work at scale. And then reply handling workflow. This is where most people drown. When you scale, your inbox explodes. If you don't have a system, you miss leads, lose deals, and burn out. Set up instantly Unibox. This is your centralized reply inbox. No more checking 10 different accounts. And create like this reply category: interested, question, objection, and spam. And build response templates like this. For example, interested reply, perfect. Here's a quick video showing exactly what we did for blah 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 and Loom link. You can automate this everything using instantly AI agent. This is an option, but you can do that. And we're gonna go SOP 4.5, one valuable rule. Here's how you avoid changing everything at once. Test only one change per week. Subject line, CTA, opening line, proof asset, pick one, and lock the variable for 7 days. And keep everything else the same and run at least 200 attempts compared to your baseline from last week. On decision day, decide. Keep, pivot, or revert. If you change 2 things at once, you will never know what worked. And finally, decision day. End of the week, it's time to face the numbers. Pull your week 4 totals from Instantly Analytics. Compare to your week 1 to 3 manual baseline and check the success metrics. Bounce rate 5%, and then lock one fix for week 5, no more, no less. That's the system. It's not about being a genius. It's about running the playbook one step at a time and getting the numbers tell you what works. So let's bring it all together. 3 traps that kill most early stage AI founders when they try to scale. First, the automation fantasy. Tools don't fix broken systems, they multiply them. If you automate before you have a signal, you just burn money faster. 2, the no signal big send trap. If you can't get replies from 100, you will get nothing from 10,000. Volume doesn't fix a broken offer, it just exposes it faster. 3, The change everything at once mistake. If you change more than one variable, you will never know what actually works. Small, disciplined tests beat big, chaotic changes every time. The solution is simple but not easy. Pass the scale Readiness Gate and build and enrich your list in Clay. Launch instantly campaign at low volume. Track batch performance. Handle replies with a real system. Test one variable at a time. And mark a clear decision every week. If you want a full system, I put together the 7-day market signal starter kit. It's everything you need to go from zero to scalable outbound without burning your domain, your offer, or your sanity. Link is in description. Grab it now. If you're tired of hoping automation will save you and you are ready to scale what actually works, this is your playbook. And please remember, your skill is real. Your pipeline is imaginary. Stop learning and start executing. I'll see you in the next video.